Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to today's live session. For this session, I'll be discussing about best cities where you can live and work in Thailand. Supposing you are intending to travel into the kingdom and live here long term, it's important for you to know where exactly to apply for a teaching job, and of course the right choice of city to live in. You agree with me that choice of cities is mainly uh, choosing based on few facts, like you think of cost of living here, you're thinking of accommodation and food, as well as social amenities like transportation, hospitals, market, and internet. So before I quickly mention the cities in the kingdom where you can live and work in, I want you to consider these few points before you decide where you would like to live and work. You should think of cost of living. Try to look at your budget. How much do you have? How much can you afford in terms of accommodation and cost of feeding? The next thing you need to look at are social amenities. Wherever you want to live, it's important for you to know if there are good social amenities around this area. In terms of social amenities, we are looking at hospitals. You wouldn't want to live in a place where there are no health centers or hospitals. You may not, when you might be sick and it's an emergency situation, you need health attention. If you are not in a place with good health facilities, this might be a problem. You also think of transportation, precisely good mode of transportation. You want to live in a city where it's convenient to travel around. Again, you want to think of other things like light, access to fast internet connection. Life in the kingdom is quite interesting when you have good internet connection. So please live in a place where you can afford good internet connection. I know these days it's easy to have mobile connection, but then the best form of connection is wired connection. And why shouldn't you enjoy this service? Right now in Thailand, in most of the accommodations, they offer free internet services, free on paper though, because the truth is there are hidden costs in your monthly expenses as far as bills is concerned in the kingdom. So please think of these factors: uh, cost of living, social amenities, and the last thing you may want to think of is market. You want to live in a city where it's easier for you to access shopping centers around and local markets to buy something to eat. You equally need to think of this because it's not every time that you may want to eat at a restaurant. Perhaps sometime you may wish to cook. The only way you can do this is for you to be able to have a good access to the market. So while you're brainstorming on this point, I'll quickly urge you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. If you're a new visitor to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. And you may want to check out our membership perks. And if you love what I'm doing, please say thank you by purchasing super thanks. Show love and appreciation to this channel, and you can equally catch up with me on my social media pages. Check the link on my YouTube channel. I have a page on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. We can always connect from there. So please make sure you follow these pages in order not to miss out on latest videos. Continue with what I was saying. Living in Thailand. Sorry, the internet connection is not quite good. It's okay. It's like that live session. Sometimes internet is not reliable. What can we do? We need to just keep on doing what we are doing and hoping the internet doesn't mess things up. All right. So as I was saying, the best cities to live and work in Thailand is not something that you can easily tell if you are new to life in Thailand. It takes time to understand the best places to live and work in this country. It really takes time to understand the best places to live and work in this country, to be quite honest. If you're a new person, you may find it difficult to like decide on where to live and work. Most people make the mistakes of like following a popular touristic destination like cities like Bangkok, Phuket, Chiang Mai, uh, Pattaya, and the islands within the kingdom like Koh Samui and Koh Tao. Yeah, many people will like to work in these places because it's what many experts recommend since it's a popular destination. But for you whose sole purpose is to live and work in the kingdom, you shouldn't dare live in these cities. The cost of living here is quite high. It's a touristic spot. It attracts people from all over the world. Why would you want to live there? And in terms of employability, jobs offer, the competition is quite high in these places. That's the honest truth. If you live in Bangkok, for example, there are lots of foreigners in Bangkok who comes in perhaps to look for job and live long term, or those backpackers that came in with the purpose of like traveling and enjoying the kingdom, and after living here for quite a while, sorry for the laugh, I'm laughing because I find it difficult to understand why people will come to travel and yet they have insufficient cash. Yeah, this is a major issue here in the kingdom. Like competition in terms of applicants for teaching positions in the kingdom increases every time because these backpackers come in with less money and they end up spending more. They run out of budget and they decide to live here and teach perhaps for a semester or 1 year. You will find these guys in many of the schools around, especially white guys. Yeah, after all, being a white person and a native speaker sells well, although these days not just being a native speaker sells. As long as you're white and you're from Europe, it's easy to get a job in the kingdom. So you need to think about all these points before deciding on where to live in the kingdom. So please be aware of this. As somebody who has lived and worked in this kingdom for a long time, I will never recommend that you work in Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Phuket. No. Unless your account is thick. There are some teachers that move over here with good savings, yeah. But for others who are barely managing, please don't live in these areas. Avoid it. The first city I would like to recommend based on my experience living in this kingdom is Mesot. Yeah, Mesot is a nice city. Living standard in this city is quite cheap, and of course mode of transportation is good. Thailand as a whole has good transport facilities. You shouldn't bother about that. In terms of social amenities, there are hospitals, good markets. In fact, to enjoy real Thai traditional meal, you need to visit village markets. They sell very good and sumptuous meal there. Mesot offer all these things, and you get to like witness and experience Thai culture firsthand if you live in this place. So please take note of this. Mesot is the first city that I'll recommend you live in. The next city you may want to consider is Uttaradit. Yeah. Uttaradit is also good. Like this list I've compiled, I did it based on my conversation with other foreigners in the kingdom. And of course, with the number of years I've lived here, 8 to be precise, I tend to realize that teachers who are committed to living and working in the kingdom choose these areas because the cost of living is quite good, affordable, and there is no noise, the hustling and bustling noise that metropolitan cities will offer to you is very minimal in these places. So Uttaradit is another city. You may want to check out job offers in Uttaradit. The next city you may want to live there is Lampang. Lampang is a nice city. It's very quiet, a small city. Many expats in these cities, like if you go there, you will see from almost all part of the world. And most of them are older people. There are equally younger teachers there as well. And they are with families, quite nice. Life is cheap in Lampang. And the good thing about Lampang is there are many means of transportation. You can visit these cities by means of an airplane, by van, and by train. It has a train station which makes it quite accessible. If by van, you may spend more time traveling, but if you use an airplane flight, perhaps one-way ticket, not more than 2,000, depending on when you book the flight, it's easy to get into the city. From Bangkok to Lampang is barely 1 hour or something, and you're already there. The next city you may want to consider is Pitsanaluk. Now, Pitsanaluk with Taradi, they are close together, closely linked together. Pitsanaluk is a nice city as well. And one more thing I forgot to mention, when you're choosing city, you should also think of safety. The fact is, big metropolitan cities usually witness political uprising. I don't want to call any city here, but for those that are versed with happenings in Thailand, you know what I'm talking about. So go to a place that doesn't like witness or random political demonstration. And these cities are mentioned are among the best. You hardly see people doing that, okay? In fact, they live life away from politics. So Pitsanaluk is a nice place as well. And there are equally universities in these cities that I've mentioned, which you can decide to like pursue your master's degree or postgraduate diploma in these cities. You think of Thai government universities, which is known as Ratchapat, and other private universities around. And Pitsanaluk is also good because the city is well known for its spicy food. Oh my God. Yeah, in fact, North, people in North eat a lot of spicy food. If you're somebody who is really into the Thai culture and way of life, then you may want to think to like live in Pitsanaluk. Anyway, I shouldn't say more. If you are lucky to have a job in this city, please be happy, accept it. Another city where you may want to live at is Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya, historically, what I want to say is like Ayutthaya has a lot of history as far as Thai history is concerned. And remember, Thailand is one of the countries that was never colonized. So Ayutthaya has a lot of history. In fact, to really understand Thai political atmosphere, if you visit Ayutthaya, you have a lot of historical facts to like discover in these cities, not to mention the ancient temples that are there. If you're somebody who is attracted to history, you like to learn and discover things, you have a curious mind, then Ayutthaya is a place for you. Visit this city, live there, and if you're fortunate to obtain a job in this city, then be happy. Live there and work, and you wouldn't regret this fact. And of course, lifestyle there is quite affordable. Food is cheap, accommodation is cheap as compared to popular touristic sites like Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, Phuket, and Thai Island. Another place you may want to live at is Surat Thani. Although there are many tourists that likes to visit these areas, Surat Thani is also quite good. From what I've heard, like if you're somebody who loves to like live at the high end of life, but at the same time you want to maintain balance, then you should go to Surat Thani. Surat Thani has it all. If you want to meet expert communities, you will see a lot of foreigners coming in every day because they are going to the Iceland to like enjoy life there. So you have access to new faces. If you want to create friendship, it's very easy. But if you want to live a low-key lifestyle, again, Surat Thani has it all. There are places in Surat Thani where you can live very peacefully without anybody even noticing that you're there. And of course, you can access this city by means of flight or van and perhaps train. I'm not sure if there is a direct train there, but I know you can get a train to this province, and then you get a van to like navigate within the province and decide on where you want to live. Another city you want to live at is Khon Kaen. Khon Kaen is a nice place. It's famous for its nice university, Konkan University. If you're somebody who loves to undertake further studies, then you may want to think to live here. And of course, life is also cheap in this city. There are a lot of teachers living in Konkan. In fact, I would say among the cities I've mentioned, Konkan attracts teachers the more. Yeah, it attracts more teachers. I myself am tempted sometimes to like move there, and with Konkan, like Konkan is like central location in north, especially northeast. If you're in Konkan, it's easy for you to like gain access to Surin. If you are in Konkan, it's easy for you to like exit the kingdom. Perhaps you have visa issues and you would like to move out of Thailand to apply for a new visa. You can access Thai embassy in Vientiane through Konkan. Just take a van from Konkan to Nong Khai, and from Nong Khai you cross the border, you're in Vientiane. So it's a nice place that attracts teachers for so many reasons, and the city is really developed because I would say it's almost comparable to Bangkok, although Bangkok is much more bigger in terms of size and social amenities. But Konkan is really living up to standard. That's why it attracts many foreigners. So if you're applying for a job, there are lots of jobs in this city. In fact, I'll recommend you start from there. You wouldn't be short on choices. A lot of teaching opportunities in Konkan. And the last city on my list that I'll recommend you live and work at is Chiang Rai. Don't be confused. Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai. They are two different cities, but they are all located in the north. Chiang Mai attracts tourists a lot. In fact, it's well known for its huge touristic attraction. But Chiang Mai, on the other hand, is a quiet city. It attracts tourists as well. But I see Chiang Rai, like, from my own personal view, we'll call it a VIP location. If you're somebody who likes to live a quiet, calm, and serene life, Chiang Rai is a place for you. Chiang Mai is more noisy because of the huge influx of expats, but Chiang Rai is not like that. And you can have everything in Chiang Rai. A lot of teaching opportunities here. The city is big, or should I say the province is big. It has a lot of districts that you can choose from to live in. Many of the expats I know here don't even live in the city. They live in the outskirts of the cities, neighboring villages. And from Chiang Rai, you can access Vientiane, Laos. You can also go to Myanmar if you wish to travel around and visit these areas. You can have direct flights to Chiang Rai. You can have vans to Chiang Rai. The only thing that is lacking is train station, but Thai government is working on introducing an MRT or BTS from Bangkok to this city, Chiang Rai. And there is rumor flying around that Chiang Rai might end up being the new capital of Thailand in few years to come. This is because Bangkok is having issues with flooding. Scientists have stipulated that perhaps Bangkok might be flooded within few years from now. So the government is looking at possibilities to move the capital city to Chiang Rai. And because of this, there are a lot of investors coming to Chiang Rai. A lot of businesses being set up here because Chiang Rai is considered the future of Thailand. Who wouldn't want to be part of a major city that might end up being the new capital of the kingdom? And besides that, there are other aspects in life that may attract you to Chiang Rai. You think of the cultural aspect. Like if you need to visit the hill tribes in Thailand, you can find many in Chiang Rai there. For example, the Aka hill tribe, the long neck hill tribe, you can find many in the city. So there are many things to do here. And Singer Park is also here, one of the major touristic attraction in the city. A lot of cultural relics to see: White Temple, Blue Temple, Black House. In fact, I can't name it all, but as far as my list of best cities to work in the kingdom is concerned, Shanghai is number one. It's the best for me. But to have a job here is not easy though. It's quite saturated. A lot of teachers living here. And the city is like challenging because you need to know someone in most cases to be able to have a good employment, especially if you like to live in city areas. Otherwise, you may end up having jobs in uh, nearby districts, which you may not like. And in terms of paid package, I would say this is another setback. If you're somebody who is looking for high paid package, you may want to look at other cities because Shanghai doesn't pay that much, but life here is quite cheap and affordable. Remember, a nice place to live is not only like limited to how much you make. There are other points that you need to consider, like I mentioned, transportation, social amenities. So it all depends on you. What exactly are you looking for? Think about this, and I'm hoping that the few points I've shared in this live session will help you to like decide where to work in the kingdom. All right, that is it for today, and I'm happy that I woke up very energetic, feeling healthy and strong to present these few facts to you. And I urge you to like support what I'm doing on this platform by hitting the subscribe button. It's end of year. The best or new year gift you can give me is to help this channel grow. Until then, see you next time. Bye.